What are you standing for? Are you standing in faith, or are you the cautionary tale? Hi, I'm Dr. Chuck Day. I wanted to share with you something I noticed from Genesis chapter 19. In Genesis 19, that's the story where God destroys Sodom and Gomorrah. But in verse 27, we find that as Lot and his family are leaving and the angels are getting them going, they say, don't look behind you. And Lot's wife, in verse 26, looks behind her, and she's turned into a pillar of salt. The next verse says that Abraham got up early in the morning, and he went and stood in the place where the presence of God was. And he looks out at Sodom and he sees the destruction. And I find it very interesting. Lot's wife is told not to look back, and she does, and she's turned into a pillar of salt. Abraham looks at the same thing because it's all happening at the same time. She's turned, it says, into a pillar, that's Netziv Melach, a pillar of salt. And that's in contrast to Abraham, who stood in the presence of the Lord. They're both looking at the same thing, but it's vastly different between them. One is standing in the presence of God. One is standing for faith. One is standing in righteousness, the intercessor for the righteous. That's why he's looking there, because he's interceded and he wants to see what's going to happen. The other is looking back at the city that they've left, looking back at what God said he wants to destroy. And that's the point. Are you standing in faith? Are you standing with God? Or are you looking back at the past? Are you looking back at sin longingly? Are you looking back at the things that God has told you to leave behind you? Maybe it's your bitterness. Maybe it's your unforgiveness. Don't look back and try to reclaim something, because God doesn't want you to become a pillar of salt. He wants you to become a standard of faith, a pillar of faith, if you will. Abraham is standing at the very place where God told him that he's going to destroy Sodom, and Abraham has interceded, and he's come to the place where the presence of God is. And I'm calling you now. Go where God is. Don't look behind you. Look forward. In Jesus' name.